Hi everyone, welcome to Crafting with Julia. I'm Julia and I'm so glad you tuned in today. My inspiration for today's video comes from this incredibly cute reindeer that I saw on Target's website. I thought it was so precious, so I wanted to create one of my very own. So here it is. I got so much satisfaction from making something instead of buying it. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you'd like to make one, stay tuned. If you enjoy my video, please hit the like button and leave me a comment. I love to get feedback from my viewers. Also, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell so you can be notified of all my newly released videos. Also, feel free to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and I invite you to join my Facebook group called Crafting with Julia's Creative Community, where you can be part of my crafting family. All of those links are in the description below this video. Poor Rudolph did not get off to a good start. I cut out my pattern, I sewed it, I stuffed it, and then realized that my camera was not on. So I apologize for that. So let me backtrack and tell you how I cut my patterns. Okay, let's start with the shoes and the legs. The shoes are always the same. I cut 4 of them because we're making a reindeer. I cut 4 of them, and this is on the fold. And then you're going to cut 4 of the sole. That's your shoes. The legs, I cut 4 in tan felt. So I cut 4 of the hooves in brown felt, 4 of the legs in tan felt, and then I cut the body in tan felt. That's this. And I cut the head in tan felt, the ears also in tan felt, the horns in brown felt, then the hat I cut in a fabric, and the cape I cut in the matching fabric to the hat. Now let's go over the shoes. You're going to sew just this part here, and then you're going to whip stitch the sole to the shoe, which is what I did here, and it will look like that. The legs will go on your dowels first. You'll need 12-inch dowels. This is 12-inch dowels by 3/4 inch in diameter. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut this piece in felt, and you're going to roll it on your dowel and make sure the seam is in the back of the leg. Okay? Now, for the shoes, I am going to refer you to a prior video to show you how I do the shoes and the base of the shoes and how I weight the bottom. I didn't want to do that in this video because all my shoes are the same and it just takes a lot of time. So I'm just going to refer you to that video. Okay, moving on to the body. This is the body. You're going to cut 2 of them, and you're going to make these darts, and that's how you get this. Where's the dart? There it is. Okay, so that's how you get these 2 darts. Okay, so they'll end up being like that. The head is the same thing. You are going to cut 2 of these, and you're going to make these darts here, and that's how you get that. Ears, you need to cut 4 and sew them together. Leave that open because we are going to attach that to the head. These do not get stuffed. The horns, you're going to cut 2. These are the horns. So I cut 2. I left an opening here. I sewed it. I left an opening here so I could stuff it, and then I just glued that closed. The hat, you're going to cut 1 in fabric, and then you're going to sew up the seam, and that's your hat. Don't worry about the bottom because we're going to put fur around the bottom. And then your cape, you're going to cut 2. You're going to place this on the fold, cut 1, and then place this on the fold again. So you're going to cut 2 of these, and you're going to sew them together, and that is the cape. And don't worry about the edge because we are going to put fur around the edge. Okay, so we're going to just glue the head onto the body. I glued the ears on. That's how the ears go. And now I'm going to glue the head onto the body. Well, first I'm going to glue the antlers on. So we're going to put the antlers right there. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there. And we're going to put them right there. Okay, and now we're going to glue the head onto the body. So before I attach the legs, I want to put all the fur on. So I'm just going to glue the fur around each shoe. So I'm just going to take a little bit of glue and we're going to put it around each shoe, starting from the back, and just wrap it around like that. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing for the hat. Okay, ready to attach the legs. We are going to sew the legs on. So, with my long needle, now if you do a lot of these kinds of things, you're going to want to purchase a long needle like this. I'll leave the link to this on where I get it from Amazon, but it helps because it goes right through to the other side of what you're doing. So now I want the legs to be even, so I'm going to put my needle through to the other side. Make sure it's even, and I am just going to, with my marker, I am going to mark it out where I want the legs to go. So I am going to put that through. And I'm going to attach the legs. So I'm going to put it through the felt. And we're going to sew the legs on. Okay, just like that. So we're just going to keep going through in and out, and sew the legs on. Sorry guys, but I'm having a real problem with my camera today. So I attached my legs, I sewed them on with my long needle as I showed you that, and I put on my eyes already. Now I'm going to show you how I did the eyes. I went through the whole thing and my camera wasn't on. So I go on my Cricut and I print out a pattern for the eyes, and that's the pattern. I draw it on a piece of white foam, and this is foam. And then I just cut it out. I'm just going to do this real quick just to show you how I do my eyes. You cut the foam out, and taking some markers, you're going to draw the eyes on. Now I used green marker and black marker, so I'm just going to do this real quick. So you're just going to draw the green part like that, and the black part you're going to draw. I'm doing this real quick, and then you're going to take an iron and you're going to place the foam on the iron, and you'll see how it plumps up. It'll just plump right up like that. See how that got? And then taking my tweezers, I just take it off. And then I took some eyelashes that I got from Dollar Tree. These are Wet n Wild eyelashes, and I just put them on the eyes, and then I just glued them onto the face. So that's how I did that. I'm using a red pom-pom, and we're just going to put it right there onto his nose. Okay. And now we're going to take his hat, and with the seam facing in the back, I am going to glue the hat onto him. Okay, and then we're going to put his cape on. So we're just going to put it right over his body like that. And see, that's why you can sew through the legs, because this is all going to cover it. So I'm going to glue that right to there. Okay. Now with a black marker, I'm just going to make a line down the center. Okay, let's finish him up. We're going to blush up his cheeks. Just using regular blush. Okay, then I'm going to take 2 bells and put them at the top of his hat. I'm going to sew those on. So let's bring him down. First, I'm going to take this little branch and put it right there at his at the opening to his cape. Put that right there. Okay, and now let's just lay him down and sew the bells onto the Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again real soon. Happy crafting!